Hey everybody, Steve here. Now, you may or may not have heard that the X-Files might be rebooted. And in an older article, it's an older article. I'll actually put the link to the article in the description. But in the article, it says how Ryan Coogler wants to reboot the X-Files. Well, in my opinion, he's the wrong guy to reboot the X-Files. The X-Files have a certain tone. I mean, I'm a huge X-Files fan. I'm actually rewatching it right now. And if you love the show, you know what I'm talking about. You know there's a certain feel, a certain just a certain vibe you get from the X-Files. Ryan Coogler does not, in my opinion, I don't think he's going to understand that vibe. I think he's going to do what Ryan Coogler does, and he's going to make this for a very small audience that when the show comes on, that audience probably won't watch it, and everybody else will just be turned away and run from it so badly that they won't even want to watch the original X-Files. That's what I think Ryan Coogler is going to do. So I was thinking, Steve, you're a pretty good writer. You've written several novels. How would you, as a fan, reboot the X-Files? Well, to begin, I would not reboot the X-Files. The X-Files are perfect the way they are. Matter of fact, I wouldn't touch the X-Files at all if given the opportunity. Just leave them alone. But if the network was just so bent on bringing it back, I would revive it. It would be a revival where I would pick up where the last episode kind of left off. But not with Mulder and Scully. They're gone. They are in the past. To begin, I would give it a new logo. Like this. And then, this is where the story would go. When a classified archive of the X-Files cases is leaked online, the FBI launches a covert investigation to shut it down. Two agents. One, a hardened skeptic who's always dismissed the X-Files as fiction. The other, a younger investigator open to the unknown. They are tasked with tracking down the hacker who's responsible and to discredit the evidence that slipped through the cracks. But the deeper they dig, the harder it becomes to separate fact from fiction, hoax from truth. Reports of weather manipulation experiments, secret lunar colonies, alien-human hybrids, shadow government agencies. The public wants answers, but the FBI wants silence. These two agents are caught in the middle. They're forced to walk a razor-thin line between exposing the truth and protecting themselves from the very institution they're sworn to serve. I think having two new agents, one a hardened, grizzled old vet who was around when the X-Files were there and never believed it in the first place, have him lead the, not the investigation, but have him lead the charge to try to discredit what's come out online, and have his partner be some young, wide-eyed, wet behind the ears guy who's probably just believe anything because he's open to everything. And the more they go down this rabbit hole of trying to find the hacker, trying to discredit all the stuff that came out online, they start to realize maybe there is something going on. Maybe there is a shadow government or a shadow government agency that is working behind the scenes to move things globally. And they have to like I said, they got to walk that razor thin line between doing what the FBI wants and realizing that there's something going on and they need to figure out what it is. It's a way to continue the spirit of the X-Files while bringing in two different characters and looking at it from two more different perspectives. All the while, again, still have that X-File feel. You can have all the mythology episodes. You can have them trying to figure out, who the hacker is, getting closer to him or them, having to wonder if there isn't some sort of shadow government agency that's in control and moving them around a chessboard, so to speak. And you can have the monster of the week as they go out and try to discredit things. They're going out and they're trying to find out what's going on, who murdered this person. It turns out to be some weird creature that they didn't expect, but they can't explain it, and it just gets swept under the rug, like the old X-Files. I think that'd be great. I mean, I would absolutely make sure this show is aimed at the audience that loves the X-Files, the ones that rewatch the X-Files like me, who wish the X-Files were still around. That's the audience I would aim for. But I would also make sure that it's broad enough to bring in anybody who might not be a fan. Just have it so it's interesting enough that these people hear about it and go, maybe I'll give this show a watch. Maybe I'll check it out. And then once you suck them in and you get them into the old conspiracy theories and stuff going on, now you got them hooked too. Again, just like the old show did. So that's what I would do. I would absolutely keep it out of Ryan Coogler's hands. If the show comes out with him in charge, I'm not expecting good things. I mean, I'll probably watch the first episode or two. I'll absolutely critique it here on YouTube and let you guys know what I think. And I'm probably not going to think good things. But what do you guys think? Do you like my idea? Do you think that'd be a good idea? Do you want to see the X-Files rebooted or revived in the first place? I did a poll. I've put 2 polls out, one on X and one on my YouTube channel. And overwhelmingly, the 4 shows that I asked, do you want to see revived? The X-Files won by a long shot. I mean, it won by a mile. So there is an interest in bringing the X-Files back. But you got to do it the right way. And Ryan Coogler's not going to do it the right way. He's going to do it the Ryan Coogler way, and that's going to just drive people farther away. So you let me know in the comments what you think of my idea. If you have any other ideas that you think might be cool, throw them in the comments. Let's talk. Let's have some nerd talk and have some fun. That's all I got.